Why are you on fire? What have you done? Put him out. Don't stare at him. Do something. Do something. What are you doing? Fire, of course, fire. Extinguish him. Extinguish him. He's toasty. He's toasty, Buns. Buns is not. Blake, you're leaving. Everybody's leaving. Put that. Hello. We got mail. Did you just ruin our stove, Michael? Yeah, get him in the butt. You missed a spot. Hello, everybody out there on YouTube land. My name is Dan Chaos, and welcome back to The Sims 4. And thanks to Gordon Ramsay over there in the bathtub, I had to replace my awesome eclectic antique stove with a regular stove. It's not the same. I've done a little bit of work, as those with keen eyes might be able to tell. Done a little bit of floor paneling, rearranged some windows, added some more accoutrements, some wallpaper, and a very tiny TV. But we needed the entertainment. And now me and Cheyenne are off to work. Michael, I don't know what to think of you right now. You're soaking your worries away, and yet I'm still worried. And Blake, if you ruin that stove, that brand new stove, with what you're doing right now, I don't have roommates anymore. I've got burn victims. Originally, I was going about my own business, just making improvements to my everyday life. But then this moron decided to catch everything on fire, and I just couldn't not let that happen without video evidence of his stupidity. So now I'm left with a still incomplete home, as you can see. A little bit better. Almost everybody has a bed now. And now we've got our first month's bills and no money to pay them. Of course, I could have gotten a less expensive stove, saved up the money, you know, pay the bills. But that's not who I am. I need a nice stove. I need nice things. And you're going to impishly pester Blake. Simply because, well, that's just who you are. And I don't know why that long tub bath didn't, you know, unscorch you. Get the soot out of your ankles, man. Oh, well. I've been trying to maintain my Sims' responsibilities, I would say. They've got individual things that need to get done for their job. My Sim, completely set. Cheyenne tried to get her to read. Place caught on fire. Of course, she didn't do that. I need to figure out how to get you to go jogging. Because that's just going to be what you do until we get some exercise equipment. Michael, I think you're squared away as far as your job is concerned. Yep, he's completed everything. I need you to take another bath before I let you go to sleep. Because I'm not going to let you stay like that. Sure, it'd be reparations for what you've done to my household. But even I'm not that cruel. That, however, that image, that's pretty cruel. Promoted to Hungry Artist. Daniel has been promoted to Hungry Artist. He will now make an additional $3 per hour, 3 simoleons, for a grand total of $26 per hour, and I brought home 464 in a study of the human form. Oh, okay, I'm ready to study for that. I've been in human form my entire life. Time to... No. Blake's got other things to deal with after he's done with his nap. I'm going to pay the bills, and then I'm going to see what the human form is. Yep. That's a human, all right.
Prince Navin.
Study of the human form. Before painting his most famous opus, artist Jean-Jacques Pepe did sketch after sketch of his Matisse Jeanne. She grew so old in the process, he had to start over with her daughter, Niene. These sketches are from the 27th year of sitting and include a rare male form. I butchered the French Simoleon language with that, but I did it. And now I'm going to hang it up in my room. My artist's room. If there is room. There is! And with that, let's see. Yeah, that's the study of the human form. I like it. Cheyenne has been promoted to freelance article writer. She will now make an additional 6 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 38. She has received a bonus and still life with apple and pitcher and books and bottles and flowers. A pitch story idea interaction. That's pretty cool. Cheyenne can now pitch her story ideas with her fellow Sims. And we got a really weird picture that I'm going to now hang up because that's just what I do. Yep, that's an apple and pitcher and books and bottles and stuff. True to life. I think it looks nice. Hold on. What are we watching? Let us see. Huh. Ah! It's sim boarding. This is my favorite show. What? Oh, you're getting inspired by the frogs. That's nice. What else is going on in my house besides this weird fish lens effect? Cheyenne refuses to read anything. I think I ended up selling every single book we have. Which means I can't do that anymore for money. Now I'm forced to purchase books. A Roadmap to Love. A quirky novel about a teenager who gets separated from a high school sweetheart, only to cross paths and rekindle their romance overseas 10 years later. I mean, they had Game of Groans on the shelf. I could have gotten her that, but I felt like this was more her speed. Simply because Game of Groans... didn't want to. And what? Turn off. Who turned on the radio? We have a television already on. You and your multitasking. It seems that book was a little too good. She's a little inflamed right now, more so than Michael was a few minutes ago. I'm just gonna let her read her book in peace while Blake eats. Who turned on the radio again? Am I gonna have to sell this radio? Well, at least turn off the television. If this increases my electricity bill, I'm gonna be so miffed. Does this song go with this book? Does this song go with eggs? I don't know, it's kind of rocking. I think this is a real song that's been simulated. It's been Singlished. It's been reworded. Promoted to ringleader. Michael has been promoted to ringleader. He will now make an additional 4 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 17. And he's got 558 for a reward, a duffel of cash, and a pickpocket interaction. Yeah, you could steal stuff from ourselves. That's a snake eating its own tail, Michael. Is also, you're eating the sidewalk. But you got... Oh, I can't even take you seriously right now. And I wanted to see what would happen if I had Cheyenne write an excuse note for Michael and he like immediately got sent home with a promotion. That worked out well for everybody, I think. Do you think there's something playful about having a sack full of cash next to your computer? I mean, with that amount of cash, I'll be playful. Pay me. So what if I'm a grown sim watching children's cartoons? It's much better than the serious stuff, am I right? Blake agrees. In order to become a master painter for my job, I am creating a piece of pop art. I don't know what that means. I just now unlocked the ability to create pop art. But Link and Tony Stark here are going to be able to help me. You think a combination of the two might give me something interesting?
Yes.
I mean, pop art, pop culture. It's both got pop in it. Well, I was able to reach level 4 before work started. Although I should probably quit. Because I'm probably going to be late for work. Because Cheyenne's already left and we started work at the same time. And my notification wall is full at that. Is this supposed to be a topographical map of Asia and its panda population? That's immediately what I get out of this. It's either that or it's a representation of blindness. It's Braille. Or it's a circuit board. Sometimes art doesn't need to make sense. Neither. It's fine. I'm usually late for everything, anything, all things, all the time. And art doesn't need to make sense. And never answer the phone. Just go to work. And I want to name this sucker Topographic Panda. It's edgy and yet mysterious. I think I'm basically, as with my original idea, going to keep expanding this house to suit whatever needs my Sims have. But for the most part, I kind of want to turn this entire lot into Disneyland. More or less. Like, I'm just going to put, like, rockets in the middle of rooms and playgrounds and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be the house every other person wants to visit and no one gets to. Because we're going to lock the front door. I heard that's a thing. We already don't have visitors because this is a quiet neck of the woods. But I feel like I can lock the door. Lock door for everyone. Everyone but Blake. Everyone but employees. Everyone but household members. It's locked. You ain't getting in, Mr. Pancakes. Miss, I wear pigtails in a skirt like I'm 13 years old. Mr. I'm an out-of-work air conditioner salesman. No one gets in! Not even me if I feel like it. Cheyenne's discovered the hardest part of being a freelancer, getting paid on time. She can either hound the company for the money or just move on and not waste any more time that could be used working. Knowing Cheyenne, the very little I actually do, I'm going to say move on. Cheyenne knows when to cut her losses. Unfortunately, flaky companies are part of the joy of freelance work. Better to just get some more work done for a more reliable employer. That sounds actually reasonable. That's actually what I would do because I'm not good with interacting with people, which is why I'm unemployed. Ooh, Cheyenne's angry. Freelancers aren't volunteers. Writers should be paid for their work. Hallelujah! She's angry +1 for not getting paid. Well, my bad. I guess I should have made that anger a little bit more useful and directed it towards the people who weren't paying you for your good work. The floor is still singed. I just noticed that. Why hasn't anyone cleaned that up? Seriously, you're going to get soot on your socks. Don't you eat your eggs. I'm not done with you. Well, Blake's going off to work. I'm going to have Cheyenne yell at co-workers. Simply because she needs to release some steam. Otherwise, she's going to be smacking a few skulls when she gets back home. We don't need that. Michael, when do you start work? Exactly. In 6 hours, you begin your ring leader. I'm really happy I made someone a criminal. Just to, liven things up a little bit. Why have everyone be plain Janes and Joes, just going off to work, doing what needs to be done, when I can have a criminal mastermind under the roof who only walks around in his underwear? If you knew him the way I did, you'd really know that I am accurately portraying Michael in this game. Why am I letting my own Sims use my money on food from our fridge when we could just wander the neighborhood and find free food sitting out? We have to use our brains, people. We have to use burgers. Wait, where's this go? Come back here. Move house. I'm not moving my household. Look at this outfit. Look at this. She looks like a raider from Fallout. Come back. Cut. Funny introduction. Quit talking to the old lady about hamburgers. Oh, I canceled. Uncancel. Funny introduction. I want to know who this lady is. We're going to be friends with her because I want to know where she got that outfit from. We would totally look good in that. By we, I mean all of us. Michael, quit harvesting the stuff I've been telling you to steal from the neighborhood and talk to this lady. Funny introduction. I know it's not in you. I'll leave it alone for now. I'm home. What's going on, me? I'm looking at the rainbow. I'm looking at the picture that I made. Yeah, look at it. I forget what I called this thing, but we're going to sell it. Make some moolah. Cheyenne brought 304 and vacation day. Okay, you can stop. I'm not that obsessed with my own art. I know I'm about to pass out in 2 hours, but I need to keep making artwork because I need to keep getting paid. Paint from reference. Alright. Who am I referencing? Van Gogh? Michelangelo? Teenage Mutant Ninja what? I could take a photo! Why am I alone in this room? That's a pretty cool image, actually. On the door. If I paint from a picture of a picture, is that piracy? Capitalism? Let's take a picture of Tony Stark and Link. How do I click? I clicked. All right, just gonna paint. I'm gonna paint portraits of everybody in the house, and we're gonna hang them up. It's gonna look cool. Hey, that's actually not bad. Quit complaining. Well, yeah, I painted at an easel before. It is actually really bad on your back. Sitting on a stool, standing up, it's annoying. Why can't you just paint laying down? That makes sense. I mean, you can't have it hanging above you or the paint would drip down on you. You'd be more like a mechanic, actually. Just roll under it with a skateboard. That's not the point. Painting is difficult, especially when you don't have paint. Eh, Cheyenne, looks like you're going to go to bed after a long day's work. How'd you even bring home money when you didn't get paid? Your anger is misplaced, young one. I left you out here to get to know somebody and you're just playing on your phone. It's your own fault you're tense. Why are you tense? Could really do this a fun, need amusement. You were supposed to have a funny introduction with the lady from Mad Max, but well, dang. Has it been 2 hours already? You decided to pass out? Oh, that's actually not a bad picture of a picture. All right, Michael, I'm gonna have you bathe your troubles away. Me, I need to like not pass out again. That cannot be good for your brain. What little there is. You're going to sleep, and I'm going to name and sell this. I don't know what to call it though. Frame it as if you were trying to send it to jail. That's actually not a bad name. Hold on. And then name it. I don't know. It just came to me. It either sounds like a really epic goth poem or a brand of Campbell's chicken soup. When I wake up, I am going to sell that to the highest bidder of $127. Simoleons. Rupees. I don't know. I'll take anything. Monopoly money, for gosh sakes. And Cheyenne, you are inspired and eating eggs. What do I want you to do? I want you to write another book so that we keep getting royalties. That's the best thing we should be doing. I've been making programs for royalties, and you're going to be making books. Or you could write jokes. Do you write jokes? I don't know. So we are going to write excuse note. No, we're not going to write another excuse note. We're going to write a playful book. It's going to be playful. There's going to be rhymes in it. There's going to be children laughing for no reason. You left those eggs out for no reason. How can you be eating these eggs and writing a book at the same... The eggs are still in here. Is it like ventriloquism when you throw your voice, you're throwing your eggs? Bare naked and stork raving fats. I don't know what it means, but I like it. Sure. Beats me having to come up with a title. What are we going to do with these eggs? Oh my gosh. I broke the game. She's eating the computer. That's not how that works. Digesting information is one thing, but you're eating the computer. How? Stop it. Now we've lost I through K. We're losing the alphabet. This isn't alphabet soup. Look at this. How? I don't know. I don't really care. That was as multitasking as you could get. You ate the food from another room. That is awesome. And weird. Someone call an exorcist. To help Blake work out for his job, I really need to get him some exercise equipment. There's a thing where he needs to go to a gym venue, but I don't know if I want to leave off and brave the unknown just yet. So we're going to start with getting him a punching bag, other than Michael. And it's the cheapest thing we can get. Brown. I'm feeling brown. I don't really have a designated area for this, actually. I was hoping I could put it in the art room so we can multitask our surfaces. Just put it outside? Just in the middle of the hallway? No? I could... Oh, what the heck. I'll just put it on the roof of which we don't have... I could probably buy a roof by now, actually. Let me actually... see about building a roof for our houses. We got computers. We got eggs that disappear from one room and are devoured in another, but we don't have a roof. This place is haunted. Houston, we have a roof. It also kind of looks like we're living in a giant brown Rubik's Cube. But it'll do for now. I'll worry about adding extra windows and a ulterior exit upon our second fire, because that'll be important. This is kind of ugly though. I'll worry about the aesthetic later. Blake, it'd be nice if you'd at least turn around and acknowledge the house. I got you a punching bag. Let's do some workouts, do some reps. Practice your punches. Your ducks, your dodges, your throws. At least we're living in a house now, instead of what someone on the Food Network might call a deconstructed interpretation of what a house might be. It's fancy because it's missing some pieces. And all of a sudden you're uncomfortable? Alright, you reached your fitness level of 2. Looks like he's got the victory stank. You're really sweating up a storm, aren't you? You've only just started, and you're already filthy. What does that say about your character? It means your character is whatever it wants to be. And it wants to be smelly. What an achievement! Cheyenne finished writing an entire book. The book will be added to her inventory for future reading enjoyment. Cheyenne can also publish it. Just select the mailbox. Which is what I'm going to do right now. We're going to stroll onto the mail over here. That's as close as we need to. No. Try selecting via Cheyenne. Self-publish. Bare naked and stort raving fads. That's going to be trending. It's going to be a really long hashtag though. Congratulations. Cheyenne has self-published a book. She won't make as much money as selling rights to a publisher, but will receive a small amount in royalties daily. How am I supposed to sell to a publisher? I don't know how that works. Otherwise I would have written a book by now and sold it to a publisher about storks and naked bears, because that's just what's trending nowadays. I know what's trending. I've done a little bit of work here. The rooms are styling. They're nice. And punching bag is already paying off. That's how you deal with aggression. You punch things till it goes away, either internally or whatever you're punching goes away. But I think I've done enough to warrant a single episode of The Sims. Hopefully I will make more progress upon the next episode. No promises though, because if something happens, like someone gets pillaged or otherwise unemployed, I'll have to record it because you don't want to miss out on it. Do you? Do I? Too many questions, not enough answers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. And I'll see all you dudes in the next one. Bye!